Listening to West Ham is why we drink. It's like hanging at the pub with your West Ham mates. Come on, you Irons!
I told you that theme music was the same as what was that.
Okay, so it's because we've had so many hits for what would you call it? Copyright, and I've changed the theme music so many times. I don't even know what our theme music is anymore, mate. I've got no clue. It's definitely not "We're West Ham, we're invincible." That's for definite.
For sure. Well, welcome to the West Ham's Why We Drink podcast,
episode 24.
Who's 24?
This is episode 24. You don't.
No, but I've seen what player is.
Who's 24? Didn't we just
is
sign
that
somebody
new guy?
new?
Suchek.
Isn't it?
Is he 24 now?
No, isn't he 27 or 29? No, he's 28. Oh, we don't freaking know nothing, do we?
Google knows.
Who's number 24? Should call Siri out right now.
Oh, we should have got that.
Who was it?
That's poor. Ryan Fredericks.
Oh, blimey.
We should have known that, really.
Well, he's been playing. Some games he turns up and some games he doesn't, mate.
True. Well, I'm Adam Frankel.
I'm Wayne McMullen.
And welcome to the pod.
The podcast. We've got a fun show today, but before we do that, I just want to say I got really jealous of you getting your brand new car, so I had to go get a new one myself.
It's like, mine is bigger than yours.
Well, it doesn't have as many flashing lights as yours does, though.
But it is bigger.
It's definitely bigger. Mine's definitely bigger than yours now. We're a day late today. Why are we a day late?
Well, we're recording on the day that usually it comes out, so we're going to try and make this short so that your super editing can work.
And I wasn't feeling very well either. I think we were just depressed from the bloody
I think
losses.
I got Dos Equis virus.
Dos Equis virus.
Yeah.
Isn't it sad that, that here we are in the country the way it is today, and they actually name a virus after a Mexican beer?
Well, I mean, it's always been called coronavirus. It's just another name for a flu.
As crap as Heineken was, I think they should call it the Heineken virus.
Or the Bud Light virus.
No, a Heineken virus should be something you have the runs with.
Okay, anyway, today on the show... Remember, my aim is to make this the sweet episode.
Short one. So we've got some good stuff coming up on the show. What do we have coming up, Adam?
We've got some social shenanigans.
Oh, I've got a good one for social shenanigans.
Okay, interesting. Okay. So we've got... social shenanigans and pie and mashup.
And, of course, we start off with our usual... What was that?
With the same music as before.
Yeah, exactly. What was that? It is a catchy tune, though, isn't it? It makes me bop my head as well.
Yeah, I quite like it.
Why don't we first go over what our predictions were last week for a change?
Yeah, good idea. So we both thought we'd lose to Liverpool.
Although we were pretty far off, weren't we? I said 5-0 we'd lose.
And I said 6.
Yeah, so...
we both got the right outcome, though.
So we both get a point out of it.
Yeah.
Which is nice, but...
And then Brighton, at least West Ham got a point out of it.
Exactly, because we both thought we'd lose, right? What did you say?
I said 2-0.
And I said 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we really need to go into the game? If you had to pick from the games, let's do this then. What was your top shelf moment from both games? Since I don't want to rehash the games because it's depressing.
Forget Liverpool. Probably, and we scored a couple of good goals in that game. We really
Brighton
did.
Game. We really did.
And I mean, we really should have won, except for that. All I can think of.
Why do they keep giving up at the end? And
well, all I can think is when I think about our goals that went in is that that music.
I've actually got that,
You should, because it was like the first goal.
Benny bloody Hill.
The first
Hold
goal.
On, hang on. This is Adam on my head.
What's that?
As you know, when you used to go up behind a little short bald-headed guy and slap him on the head and do that?
No, it was before my time.
Okay, well, all the old people like me will remember that.
Yeah, I think he was dead before I was born, wasn't he?
Angels. Ooh, Hill's Angels.
Charlie's Angels I've heard of.
Oh, you should have seen Benny's Angels. Oh, they were lovely.
They were better than Charlie's Angels.
Oh, yeah, they were. They were, because remember, that was like telly on England in the 1980s.
I didn't know you could get down like that.
Oh,
Charlie,
hello.
Angels get down like
hello.
That. Anyway, where were we again? Oh yeah, the match. I mean, it was comedy of errors. The goals were all pathetic. Your hero Ogbonna was terrible.
I tell you, he had a really, really bloody bad game.
All of our defence did, really, to be honest.
I felt bad for more than anybody else was when they pulled Souček off, who coincidentally I thought actually did a phenomenal job, and I think it's going to be brilliant for us in this championship.
Yeah. Yeah, he did play well.
But when they pulled him off and they put poor Mark Noble in there, he just looked gassed from the get-go. And that when he took a swing at that ball and totally missed it. I mean, this is so West Ham. This is so West Ham.
I mean, everyone's gone on about it. He changed his shape. It was a terrible idea.
Yeah,
I'm glad that they brought Antonio off. Some people were like, why did they do that? And
well,
I'm
that
like,
was smart.
He needs to be rested. We were 2 goals to the good, but why change the shape?
Yeah.
And we can only hope that with the players that we've got now, there's no reason for us to... we have got players to play in a 4-3-3 formation.
Yeah.
We need to be doing that.
That 5 at the back just does not work for us at all.
No, it's pointless.
Really doesn't. So, top shelf then?
Top shelf was... Oh my gosh, I can't even remember who scored the goals. My top shelf's Antonio, because he worked his socks off and he made a big difference for us. And Snodgrass. Oh my gosh, as always.
He's got grit and he just goes for it. But my top shelf is actually Souček.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I just think, for a first match, he hit the ground running.
Yeah, it's a good signing.
I think it's a good signing. So
what do you think is going to be against Man City? Man City away, what's your prediction?
Blimey, mate. They've had a bad run of form lately.
Yeah.
I can't think with anything except my stupid heart. I can't use... I'm going to say we're going to nick a point. I'm going to say 1-0.
We're going to nick a point 1-0. Well, that's 3 points, Wayne, for a start.
Well, no, I mean, excuse me. I meant nick a goal. I meant nick a goal. God, blimey.
We're going to nick a point.
What are you drinking, Adam? What are you drinking?
I'm on Sober February, so I'm drinking Coke Zero.
I'm drinking Coke Zero as well. So, no, I think we're going to nick 3 points. I'm going to say that we're going to beat Manchester City 1-0.
Well, you're on drugs.
I am.
I should have some. No, Sober February, so I'm not allowed.
February.
But yeah, definitely not. I think it's probably going to be 3-0 to Man City.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds fair. Hey, are you on Sober February because your mum said she didn't like our last podcast because she thought we were both drunk?
She told me off.
Beryl?
She really did.
Beryl,
I didn't like that from the beginning.
Beryl, we were just so deliriously stupid.
And tired. We literally hadn't drunk anything.
Nothing whatsoever.
I'd come back from a church camp for crying out loud and she accused me of being off my face.
Yeah, because we drank everything else the episode before when you said you really liked it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, okay, well, then that's pretty much that. What was that?
Nice.
We're doing it. We're getting through this today, aren't we, mate?
The plan. Let's get to social shenanigans.
Bing, bang, boom. Well, at least let me play the outro music.
Oh,
What was that?
I think we should release the EP version of that.
What, with us singing it?
Yeah. West Ham's bloody awful this year.
I've got a really lot of gas. You told me this would happen as well.
Yeah, I said it was going to be a very burpy podcast because we're drinking Coca-Cola.
The most inappropriate of all the jokes, but I'm being a good boy. No, I'm not doing it.
No, do it. No, I want to hear it.
We would get shut down.
We would get shut down, would we?
It's way too anti-Semitic. I can't do it.
Oh, okay. And then don't do it then.
So shenanigans.
I'm only imagining now. And it's really
I'll
bad.
tell you off the air.
No, I can imagine exactly what it is, and you should be castrated for even thinking it.
Well, once again, that also castration.
Hello, awful.
Half castration. We're still in the same line.
I was
of thought.
watching The Man from the High Castle last night as well. You ever seen that?
Yeah, I got a bit bored of it though.
I'm on the fourth series now of it, and I've just I'm hooked on it now, like a bad soap opera.
Yeah,
Speaking of bad soap operas, did you see The Mask Season 3 has started?
Do you mean The Masked Singer? The Masked Season 3?
The Masked Singer Season 3.
What the hell is wrong with you today,
I don't know
Wayne?
today, mate. I worked, same as you did.
So did I.
I know, but it's brilliant. Hey, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
If they were going to do a season of The Masked Singer and it was going to have West Ham players or coaches in it, name a player and tell me what they dress up as.
I think... Can it be David Moyes?
Yeah, sure.
David Moyes, and it'd be a bottle of whiskey.
Well, then along the same lines then, Sam Allardyce would be a pork pie.
Yes.
and he's sing Queen songs.
I can't help falling in love with you.
We are the champions. We are the champions.
Sam Allardyce had no need to sing that song in his entire career.
Oh, my gosh. Or if it was Dimitri Payet, it would be...
He scored a wonder goal today.
I read the tweet. I read the tweet, but blimey. Would you have him back? Would you have him back?
Can we not talk about him?
Just one quick little thing. Would you have him back?
Yes.
You would?
Right now, because we're in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I would feel like I was cheating. But
I've almost forgiven him.
I mean, if yeah.
Yeah. social shenanigans, mate. It's time for it, isn't it, really?
Social shenanigans. Social shenanigans.
Rocking out again, baby. Rocking out.
All right, welcome to our new followers on all the platforms. Who have we got on the T to the Witter?
Well, I'll tell you what, on the T to the Witter, to the I to the titter.
You're a T to the titter.
I'm losing it. I saw this one. I just had to call them out because we got Mickey the Fish.
Is he related to Billy the Horse?
I don't know. Mick Penn too, but he's Mickey the Fish. He's got a lot of followers as well, man. He's got 1,900 followers. So we got Mickey the Fish. We've got at Tony Coffee 4.
I love Tony Coffee.
No, this is Tony Coffee. Okay, it's like Mr. Coffee, I guess. You got at Custom House Ham 1. You've got the Hookmeister and at Daniel Adams 20.
And on Facebook, we have got Vlad Weaver, Mark Ewins, Jenny Norris, John Branson, Kieran Radford Brisley. Thanks for following us.
Oh, and some Instagram followers. I started looking at some Instagram now.
Some Insta sluts.
Yeah, we've got West Ham Till I Die 16, Bradders I Am, J Perez 20, and I can't even pronounce this, Nath WHU. I guess it's Nath WHU.
J Perez. I wonder if that's John Perez. He's one of the guys at McSwiggan's.
Yeah, the guy with a little black mustache.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I bet it is John. I've got a brilliant couple of tweets, and this is like a 2-part tweet.
Okay, I'm so looking forward to hearing this. I can hardly wait.
So the first one is there's been all these rumours about buyouts and everything in the club, possible buyouts.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is from Indicala News at Indicala, and it says credible source telling us that Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman could turn his attention to West Ham as he is facing difficult issues at NUFC. The source is also stating that Red Bull are also keen on West Ham. Watch this space. And that's it's baloney. It's another rumour, right?
But yeah, probably.
But let's hope it's true.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so too. But the thing is, Irish Tommy that does American Hammers TV all the time?
Oh, yeah?
So Irish Tommy, who goes by at Tomster36, I just love what he said. He goes, and I'm going to do the Irish accent as well for you, Tommy, okay?
Oh, well, I apologise in advance for that.
No, we're in our luck. The day after he buys us, the oil will run out. Brilliant, Tommy.
Yeah, just like the Iceland guys,
Seriously.
They're loaded and all of a sudden, the banks crash, he loses all his money.
Completely.
Billion to nothing. And
yeah. I mean, it would be just our bloody luck, right?
So West Ham. I mean, if only we would change that stupid Bubbles chant.
Oh, my gosh. Good gosh almighty.
Yeah, I mean, takeover news. I mean, it's probably just there to help us to give something to cheer about because there's so much bad press with that lad Cam Robson.
Oh, yeah.
Was that his name?
The one that went and waved the flag on the pitch wearing a GSB out
t-shirt. And then he's got banned.
For a whole
year.
And
they had him on TalkSport.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's covered himself in a lot of glory. He's been very respectful of everything he's done and just showed the club to be,
clowns.
Yeah, it's a shame, really.
He said that he went out there on the pitch with no problem whatsoever. They didn't check him out or anything.
Yeah.
Good on you, mate.
But yeah,
because you're saying what we all feel like right now.
Well, and also, they just go about things the stupidest way. They're always trying to control what's on social media. Mm-hmm. Had they have done nothing, this was absolutely a non-story.
Yeah.
It was a guy wearing a T-shirt with a flag. No one said anything.
Nope.
And all they've done is once again, I think they play a game.
We did say it in the pub, didn't we?
Like what?
I remember saying it to somebody in the pub. Look, he's wearing a GSB T-shirt.
Yeah, I think you did say that. Yeah, you're right.
I noticed it straight away.
But they take it in turns. So how can we shoot ourselves in the foot today?
I've always had a soft spot for David Gold. I thought he was the gentlemanly old granddad type of thing. But did you see the tweet that he retweeted where this geezer was calling all West Ham fans a bunch of idiots?
No, I didn't.
I can't remember the exact words, but it's so now it's I'm done with all of them. So even Miss Piggy.
Don't
Kermie, come over here.
Don't talk about my Karen like that way.
Kazza.
Yeah, good old Kazza.
Good old Kazza. So do you have a tweet today, mate?
Yes, I do, and it's really interesting actually.
It bloody better be because mine wasn't.
Daisy Christodoulou. That's probably not the way you say that name.
What's her name again?
Daisy
Christodoulou.
Christodoulou. That's literally her name, and it's at Daisy
Katanga.
Christo. I'm going to retweet this right now, so you'll see it tomorrow.
You'll see it right now. I've just listened to the podcast after.
Oh yeah,
you've seen it.
I'm so not with it. Anyway, she was at the Olympic Stadium, and the VAR check. You know when the ball may or may not have
some
hit
new
the
Australian
hand?
player or an Austrian player?
Australian.
Australian.
An Australian player called VAR check.
I don't know. I was like I said, I was watching The Man in the High Castle, and then they talked about the Japanese fighting the Australians. I don't know.
Japanese? Oh my gosh!
It's in another universe, mate. It's a multi-universe.
You're on another universe right now.
You know how strange this multi-universe is? West Ham have won the FA Cup in it 3 years in a row.
That's not true.
You have to watch the show now, won't you?
No, because I've seen. They don't talk about football. England aren't even in it.
Yeah, they do. In my version of it, they do.
Oh my God, you're on crack. Anyway, I'm at the Olympic Stadium and there's a break for a VAR check. Jeez.
VAR check.
It's going on for a while, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to jot down a few thoughts about VAR, and it's a very, very well-written piece while the check's going on. I'm not going to read it because it's a long thread, but I recommend you to check that out. It's very interesting. And if you want something for a chuckle...
That's almost as bad as me saying there's a picture for a tweet, and I'll post the picture for you.
Okay, well then I'm going to do the same thing again then. There's another really funny thread.
Another really funny one that Adam's not going to read out to you, but go find it.
Someone inquired about a five-a-side football team, and there's a 14-page club guide.
What?
It's hilarious.
14 pages?
They literally take themselves so seriously.
That's probably more than what West Ham's got, you know.
So I am going to
retweet that as well.
Both of these.
Okay, good.
And you can enjoy it. And hopefully Wayne won't delete it because he likes to go around and deleting my bloody tweets.
Oh, I'm an idiot. What can I say? Sometimes I'm an idiot. I know. We nearly had a big falling out over that, didn't we?
Well, I'll share this with everybody because I've been saying for a while...
It's okay, I'm going to cut it anyway.
I've been saying for a couple of weeks now about our new player, Jared Bowen.
You have been.
I mentioned it for quite a while.
I did apologise.
And so I just want to say... I told you so, didn't I, everybody? Oh, what did I say?
Jared Bowen called it. I thought that your tweet was another tweet that was a fake tweet from earlier on in the day, and I deleted it.
Well, it's pretty obvious you get confused a lot, considering you thought that Varchek was an Australian player.
He'd be a great player, wouldn't he? He might have.
You also
immigrated
thought that
to
you only get 1 point for a win.
He might have immigrated to Australia.
Hey, in your version of this reality of Man in High Castle, do you only get 1 point for a win as well?
You only get 1 point for a win.
What do you get for a draw?
For a draw? Oh, the coach gets shot. They line him up in the goal mouth with
they line him up on his own.
Yeah, on his own. On his own in the goal mouth.
How do you line one person up?
No, they line him up on the ground on the goal mouth. They line him up on the ground, and they get a herd of elephants and they just run it over the person, just like Hannibal did.
I don't know what is going on. Where are we?
Pardon me.
Is it time to go full West Ham yet?
It's time to go full West Ham, and I've got new theme music.
Oh,
well, it's not theme music.
It's not the Antonio crashing into a
No,
wall.
it is, but it's just the last couple of episodes we played the short version. I found a longer one now. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
God blimey. What does that remind you of, Adam?
It reminds me of a hot summer's day outside in the sun, looking at the stars in the sunshine.
Really?
I don't know what I'm saying.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a friend of yours called Matt Sharp.
Oh, he is a bit of a car crash of a human being.
No,
he
actually said he actually messaged me on Facebook and he said, "Thought you might want to surprise Adam with some knowledge on his driving because we mentioned it last podcast, didn't we? That your parents gave you a crash cam to put in the car."
My mum listens to this. Remember?
Okay, he says,
"I think I know what's coming."
He was once stopping on a busy road and pulled up to jump out the car and post a letter. He forgot to put the handbrake on, and because he can't drive a proper manual car, and this was an automatic, he had to chase it down the street as it went on its way by itself.
Is that true?
Yes.
I don't even think that's true.
Yes, it is. He says, for context, I'm one of his mates. I mean, mate, in the traditional fashion with Adam, in the sense that we wouldn't talk it if it wasn't for West Ham.
Oh, I've got stories about Matty. I mean, he introduced me to something called minesweeping. Have you heard of it?
No, what's that?
Basically, what he would do when we were out in the clubs or in the bars, he would go around finding drinks that were just on the side and drink them.
Oh, I used to do that in the pub.
He called it minesweeping because you never knew what was going to happen. You know, you never knew what was going to be in that
You might
drink.
get a cigarette butt in one of them.
Yep, you might.
Hey, did I ever tell you
I
about...
don't think that's happened, though. I really don't remember. Maybe, hang on. I'm like getting a vague memory of it, but...
I had a great mate called Barry. He was a physiotherapist for a football team back home in England. And we all went out drinking one night, and he got really sozzled, really utterly sozzled. So we got him back to his flat, and he was out of it. It was almost like unconscious. So me and my mate Jerry and Greg, we all basically dropped our pants, and we got all of his sports medals, and we hung them on our arse cheeks and surrounded Barry and took pictures.
Oh my gosh.
He calls me up the next day. He goes, "Thanks a lot." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "You know, I nearly went into a diabetic coma last night. I felt awful." He said, I should have told you that when a person goes into like a diabetic reaction, they give off ammonia and it smells like they're drunk. I'm like, "Mate, I'm sorry. I thought you were really drunk."
What? You give off ammonia?
Yeah, when you go into a diabetic reaction, your body gives off ammonia, and that's why it smells like you're drunk.
How do you smell like you're drunk?
You smell like alcohol, like more alcohol than you've ever had, because ammonia is alcohol.
Oh,
so
okay.
I felt terrible.
You could have killed a man.
Yeah, but we still get the pictures and post them all over the football club. He lived. He was all right.
I need to do some digging to find some nice embarrassing stories about you.
All of my mates are dead now. Don't worry about it. You'll end up that way soon. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm sure.
So come on, you got to have something from Mr. Gambardella.
Oh, I sure do. Yeah, it's time for full West Ham. So, number 26, 2 words. African mayhem. The director of player recruitment, Tony Henry, was found to have said, "We don't want any more Africans." The reasons he gave for this was that they can have a bad attitude and they can cause mayhem. He was suspended, subsequently sacked.
Oh yeah, I remember that time we signed the Zulu fellow, and he came in with the spear and the
what?
The spear and the shield, right? No, I mean it's like
who
it's
was
ridiculous.
That? No. This abort. This is only going to get us into trouble.
You know,
this is only going to get us into trouble.
In his defense, I'm going to say he's from another generation. I'm sure he didn't even think of it that way, but it was awful.
That was his defense. In his defense,
I didn't give much of a defense because it's awful.
Anyway, number 25 before we get like taken off of the air or shot.
Okay. By a Zulu carrying a shield and a bloody great big spear.
I don't... Number 25.
Did you ever see that movie Zulu with Michael Caine?
Yes, I did, and it was boring.
Oh, you're joking, mate.
Oh, talking of boring things...
You know that was what launched Michael Caine's career, that movie.
I thought that you're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. What was that? What was that for Escape to Victory? Was he in that?
Do you know how you do it, Michael Caine?
No, The Great Escape. The Great Escape. Was that what it is?
No, he wasn't in The Great Escape.
The London job, the bank job.
Blimey,
what was it called?
I'm living.
What's that film? I remember playing the fruit machine of it.
Nonce.
It was. They were minis with like United Jack flags on them.
That's The Italian Job, you plonker.
The Italian Job. That's it. Wasn't he in that?
Good God, no. But I mean, it was a.
He wasn't in that.
He was in that.
Oh yeah, that's
but
what
that's
I mean.
not what got him his start. My name is Michael Caine,
and I am a nosy neighbour.
You know how you could do a perfect Michael Caine.
Not like that.
You talk like a 5-year-old.
Wow, so we're insulting a living legend.
Pooped my pants.
Oh God, you did as well. That is, for God's sake, Wayne, why don't you put your nappy on?
That's a diaper for all you Americans that might be listening, all 3 of you.
You're an American as well, Wayne.
I feel very American.
Anyway, number 25. One of the weirdest transfers in all of football history.
Very weird.
Julien Faubert, who couldn't get a kick.
You should do it in French.
Oh my gosh, fine.
Julien Faubert.
What's 25 in French?
25. 25.
Is it 15?
I don't bloody know.
Oui.
I never got
Je
much
parle
past
français.
10.
Fermez la bouche. Putain. One of the weirdest transfers in football history, Julien Faubert, who could not get a kick for West Ham at the time, he somehow shithoused himself a loan move to Real Madrid of all teams. The highlight of his Real Madrid career was falling asleep on the subs bench. Any accent goes to Indian. Do you not know the rule of accents?
He turned into a Moroccan at the last minute there. A French Moroccan, no less.
Actually, Faubert is a French Moroccan.
He is, isn't he?
I don't know. I made that up.
I had some really good French Moroccan friends when I lived in New York. Wonderful people. Yeah, they'll feel whatever. Is that it from that?
Yeah, is it time for something really exciting?
I think it's time for something mega exciting, mate. Are you ready for this?
Yes. This is like your new catchphrase of the day. Are you ready for this?
Are you ready for this?
Are you ready for this?
No, hang on. My name is Whiw McMullen, and are you ready for this?
West Ham's Why We Drink podcast would like to present the Sweet FA Cup, where two American Hammers fan clubs pit their wits in a challenge of penalty shotouts.
Why'd you put on an Indian accent for it?
Because it's very good that way, sir. Come himself.
It's an American one. Shouldn't it have been...
I thought it was the ultimate insult.
Shouldn't you have put, like, American music on it?
Well, I should have done, but, yeah, I didn't want to because I wanted it to be the ultimate insult. It's about West Ham. West Ham's an English team.
I know, but the whole cup is with Americans.
Yeah, I know it is. I just love this song. I love Rule Britannia.
Gosh. Well, anyway, all of you Patriots, you Land of the Free and the Rockets Red Glare and all of that.
And the Rockets Red Glare and the pink and purple hair.
Is that
hang on?
Through wait, no, we shouldn't do that because people lose their crap if someone sits down and the anthem's on. So if we change words, we might get a bullet through our heads.
It's true. It's very true. Look at Roseanne Barr.
Who?
Roseanne Barr. You don't remember when she sang the national anthem?
Oh, she sang it?
Yeah, she did.
No, when?
I'm going back years ago. It's before you came to the States. But she did like a real poor job of it. They actually asked her if she wanted to sing the national anthem, and she did it so bad that she thought it was comedy. But it was just like her singing so bad. Oh, God almighty. I've got to find a clip, and I'm going to play it right in the spot here.
Of what?
A girl who sang the national anthem at FC Dallas. Totally tone deaf. No, yeah. Yeah, we were standing there, and she is a nice young girl. I think she was like 9 or 10 years of age, and she said that she couldn't hear the feedback properly in her headphone. It was so incredibly bad.
Were people laughing?
No, we weren't. We were all looking around at each other. Well, I was laughing because I was standing next to a Scotsman, Alistair, and we looked at each other and we're like, what is this?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light and the rocket's red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, how about that a way to set the scene tonight? Biggest game of the season for
So anyway, are we going to tell them about the Sweet FA Cup or what?
All right, we're going to draw the FA Cup. So we have our teams. The teams are as follows. Atlanta Ironworks, St. Louis Hammers, the Arkansas Hammers, DC Irons, Columbus E13, the Holy City Hammers, the Maryland Hammers, and the Toronto Hammers. Now, so yeah, my brother was expecting his first kid, and he FaceTimed me.
Is he pregnant?
Yeah, he's up the duff.
He must have been on like in the Daily Mail and everything. You know, it's a stressful time having a baby. I should know. I mean, look, I'm about 8 months pregnant right now.
You look at, although you've made history because you've been pregnant for longer than I've ever known anyone.
You know what
to be
they don't
pregnant.
tell you, and I remember this with the first time that my wife got pregnant. Is they're like, oh, it's good and healthy for you to put on, you know, between 30 to 45 pounds. So I did. And then we go back to the doctor afterwards and they're like, oh, you're doing really well. You're losing weight. I'm like, no, I'm not. They're like, no, your wife. I'm like, oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about me. Because you weren't supposed to put that 45 pounds on. Well, you could have told me at the time.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't make it clear. Because, you know,
every time she wanted a bowl of ice cream, I had a bowl of ice cream.
Oh, my gosh.
And every time she wanted, like, you know, Malamar bars, I went out and bought Malamar bars for both of us.
And every time she wanted salad, you had another bowl of ice cream.
Never ate salad. So come on then. So who've we got? Let's do our draw, mate.
I went through them all, so now we need to do the draw. So the way this is going to work, to remind you all,
is you pick one and I'll pick one.
That's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to draw these together.
Adam's shaking up in his sweaty mitts.
We're going to draw them out. They're going to go against each other for the battle for the Sweet FA Cup.
My stomach keeps making that weird
know,
sound
it's horrendous
from the Coca-Cola.
And so, what I will say is that if at any point, you know, we're going to contact these guys to do it. If at any point they can't, we've got a couple of standbys.
We've got rented teeth.
Yeah, so the Dallas Hammers will step in.
Yeah.
We didn't want to put them in at first just because we're members and we didn't want anyone to think there was some shenanigans. Yeah. So the home team is going to be, Wayne,
Atlanta Ironworks.
Oh, it's Atlanta, and they are going to be going up against the Toronto Hammers.
Woo, that's the first cross-border.
And the next one.
Out. Okay, so in the second one, we've got Columbus E13.
And they will be going against the St. Louis Hammers.
Is it St. Louis or is it St. Louis?
Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, Wayne. I hope the microphone picked that up, because that is absolutely horrendous.
I'm thinking of barbecued ribs.
So Jimmy from the St. Louis Hammers, and it is St. Louis because I'm a St. Louis Cardinals fan.
And that'll be Kevin from Columbus E13.
Oh, there we go. So
cool.
That'll be fun. All right.
Interesting.
2 more to go.
Okay. Arkansas Hammers.
Oh, that's
you know
Anthony.
Who that is? That's Anthony.
And he will be going up against, the DC Irons.
Oh, I don't think we have a person down for them yet.
Well, they better pick someone.
So pick someone quick, DC.
And the last pairing will be...
You should go first this time.
I mean, like it matters, just take the other one. It will be the Holy City Hammers.
Against...
Against what?
I can't stop my stomach from making these growling sounds.
This is horrendous.
Holy City Hammers against... the Maryland Hammers.
Holy City, were they South Carolina?
I think they're North Carolina.
Oh gosh, well I've just made
South
a faux pas.
I don't know.
There.
One of us has.
They're a Carolina team.
That's almost local to each other. Maybe they could get together, drive to each other's venue.
What? So they can fight to the death.
Good. We're going to be contacting all of these people. So if you haven't picked out who your representative is yet, please do pick out your representative. We are going to contact you via the internet.
And I have just booked my tickets back home. I'm going to be, unless Sky TV absolutely shaft me, I'll be going to the West Ham Chelsea game. So I will pick up the prize at that game.
That'll be brilliant. It's going to be an awesome prize. And also we're going to throw in a West Ham is Why We Drink t-shirt too to the winner.
Didn't you say that about another competition that you never announced?
I got to announce who that is.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, hang on. I've got the name of that. I forgot to mention it.
Is there actually?
Yes,
you haven't done it.
No, swear there is. There is. So yeah, Adam, our person who they had to do a bunch of things. They had to retweet our tweet. They had to go subscribe to us on our website at westhamiswhybedrink.com, and it's actually at Duncan_IO. Woo! So Duncan, please message us via Twitter and let us know your address and your size of shirt, and we will get one over to you. So we've got to get these American Hammers getting in touch with us so we can. I think we can record this over the international break, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Be the best bet. And Adam's in charge of the questions, coming up with the questions.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
I think it's going to be a laugh. I'm looking forward to doing the sweet all cup. It's going to be sweet FA. Sweet FA, just like what we've won for the last God knows how many bloody years. Sweet bloody FA. So what's coming up next, mate?
Next we have Pie and Mashup.
Pie and Mashup. Pie and Mashup. Okay.
All right, we've got a special one today.
Yeah, double pie mash and eels, please.
This one is a bit of an exclusive, probably.
I think this is probably one of the first times a lot of West Ham fans have actually heard this one, because it's in honour of Adam.
It's in no order. I can't speak again.
Rented teeth.
What is wrong with us today?
Who did you borrow those from tonight?
I don't know, my grandma.
Ref!
Anyway, this is Jared Bowen's chant from when he was at Hull City. So for those of you who didn't know, who I hadn't...
For those of you who've been living under a rock for the past 2 weeks.
We signed Jared Bowen. I actually used to work at Hull City Football Club.
What did you do at Hull City Football Club?
I was in charge of... Well, I help with education. So what I would do is write...
educating the players so they could write their names?
I was writing like math programs, and for example, I'd do
for their academy players?
I'd do some of the academy players, and kids from local schools would come in, and we'd do like treasure hunts. So they'd like have to dash around the stadium solving equations to find a seat number.
Oh, so it was all about like fan engagement type of thing?
It was more of like making education functional using the stadium.
Okay, that's just as boring. Yeah.
I worked with Lisa Dawson, who was married to their captain at the time.
Oh, okay.
Andy Dawson, you might have remember him.
I remember
Michael
Dickie Dawson. Dickie Dawson.
Michael Dawson, his brother,
Heroes.
played for England and Tottenham for a long time.
Okay, well that's a good enough reason not to like him.
But yeah, so I worked at the club. I've got some friends around there. So I did hear about Jared Bowen a while ago, but I didn't want to say too much.
I remember you shouting about it a couple of times, and I was like, and then I went and YouTubed him, and I was like, oh, this guy seems pretty tasty, actually.
He really has got a lot of potential.
I hope he can make the transition to the Premier League.
The only worrying part is that he kind of is a replacement for Snodgrass, really.
Yeah, well, let's be honest here.
But Snodgrass is good coming off the bench.
Yeah, but Jared Bowen could play up the field a little bit more, and that'll allow Snodgrass to play in that midfield a little bit.
Yeah, that is true. Now, the chant is to David Bowie's Starman. Just for our friend Corey, he's never heard of David Bowie.
He's never heard of David Bowie. When he said that in the pub, I was like, Corey.
Like, who?
Corey does not know what Starman is.
I mean, Corey Sherrick, I thought he likes all of this Chuck Norris music and talked about that, but
hillbilly junk music.
Doesn't know anything about David Bowie.
He's the one that warned us off about a penalty shutout music. Said you shouldn't use that.
Well, I don't like that. I'm offended by that.
I'm offended by it because it's all about squealing like a pig.
Anyway, this is how the chant goes. So West Ham fans, he's going to make his debut at Man City. So if you go in there, this is his
score
chant.
A brace.
It goes like this. There's
a star man playing on the right. His name is Jared Bowen and his dynamite. There's a star man playing on the right. His name is Jared Bowen and his dynamite. I'm gonna beep out a lot of things.
The whole time.
I'm gonna beep it all. Don't worry.
Oh gosh,
I think that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good chant. So that was his chant at Hull City, and honestly, I think it's worthwhile stealing that. But it's a good chant. We don't have a chant to that tune, and yeah, I think we're fine with it.
That's a good one. That's a very short pie mashup this week.
Yeah, it is.
It is a short one, but that's our pie mashup for the week. Are you going to go have pie mash when you get over to England now that you know what it is?
No, I doubt it, because I'd rather have a Chinese or an Indian.
Well, okay, there's really not an awful lot you could say about that, there is there? So you'd rather have a Chinese or an Indian?
Yeah.
I thought you were more into Mexican. Sorry.
Actually, I'm not a big fan of Mexican food.
No, I wasn't talking about food, mate.
Anyway,
okay.
End of the section.
So we're actually going to do it. We're going to do a contest. I think we should start a competition to find Adam a wife.
Oh no, let's not bother.
Yeah, let's do that. So send
I
in your
really do
photographs.
like
Send
my
in your
life.
photographs.
Why are you trying to ruin my life?
I'm not. Because mine is. No, it's not ruined. I've got a wonderful wife.
Anyway, you're boring me.
Okay, sorry. So send your photographs and a little bit of a bio to West Ham is Why We Drink podcast.
For
and
what?
So we can fix Adam up with a wife.
Sweet child, man.
That's the end of Pie Mashup, and guess what, mate?
It's the end. Oh my god, we need to stop this because your stomach is going to explode.
I've just had a Coca-Cola. I don't know what it is.
What? It's like it's not like you've had like. Did you eat a bunch of those Mentos
out on my
beforehand?
shirt. I'm busting out on my shirt.
Did you eat a bunch of Mentos before you poured that in?
Because it's like it's terrible. It's absolutely awful. So we got to thank our partners. Hammers Poles, ComeOnYourIrons.com,
DrinkwareDesigns.com, Screw Press Parts.
Screw them. And DrinkwareDesign.com. Thank all of you guys, our listeners.
Aren't we missing someone there?
I don't think
Don't we usually have another person?
We
Do we thank American Hammers TV or something?
Well,
or American Hammers Network?
We can thank them because they're nice guys. We thank them. Actually, Tim's over in England. He's watching a couple of matches.
Oh, yeah, he was.
He went for the Liverpool and Brighton match. It looks like he had a great time over there. He was wearing a tie in one of his pictures and got a picture with Jack Sullivan.
Oh, I saw that.
So he's like, crawling up the bum of the board, aren't you, mate?
I'm sure everyone knows about this, but the if you, for some reason, are a West Ham fan that's lived under a rock and doesn't know about these, there are the West Ham Way do these really cool pre-match events.
Oh, they're brilliant. You went to one when you were there last,
I went to the Trevor Sinclair one, and you get to ask questions to an ex-Hammer, get a photo. Mm-hmm. It's really well done.
You know what the good thing about it is as well, and I've heard a lot of people say this now, and I actually haven't been to one because I haven't been back to England in God knows how many years. But they said it feels like the old West Ham when you go to these events.
Yeah, it really is a cool place. So
great way to meet people.
I recommend it, and keep your eyes on the prize because there's going to be an American meet up next season, providing we still have a club.
Yeah, actually, it's going to be in Los Angeles.
Yeah, so
John
be
Black
in LA.
is organising that, so you should definitely check that out. Check them out on.
Keep listening. We'll be talking about it nearer to the time,
without a shadow of a doubt.
We'll do our very best to be there.
And we'll probably get John on the podcast as well to talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, probably. He's more than welcome.
Be nice. So I'm looking forward to that.
I will say something that I saw that scared the hell out of me.
What did you see?
I watched the Sunderland documentary on Netflix.
Oh, blimey!
And it was like I watched bits of that and thought, God, I thought if we don't sign anybody, literally we are doing what Sunderland did. But thankfully we did sign people, so now I have some hope.
Yeah, I feel good about the people we've signed. I'm welcome back to the club, Kevin Nolan.
Oh yeah, he should be announced today.
Yeah, by the time our podcast comes out, it should be announced, according to ex-West Ham employee.
So congrats.
So yeah, I always like Kevin Nolan.
Yeah, I'm glad he's back. We need players like that.
We need players that got heart.
Coaches. I mean,
we need. If he can strap a shirt on, he can probably do a decent job for us.
Yeah, mate. So. Well, we need some goals.
I know. You haven't abused me at all this episode, Adam. Are you like feeling mellow? What's going on?
Haven't I?
No, you've not abused me. Well, a little bit, but nothing like you normally do.
To be honest, it's probably that.
Say cheers.
No, it's probably that checked shirt you're wearing. There's something about your tits in that shirt that are making me like.
Kim said to me when she sat down over there, we were talking about something when she got home from work, and she said, "Gosh, babe," she said, "you're busting out of that shirt." Here by gum, lad. Here by gum, lad.
I don't know. I think
cue the pub music and Sam Allardyce.
Yeah, we should.
I got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
That's what you're going for. You're going for Sam Allardyce.
Lad. Yeah, I could do Moisey for you. You want me to do Moisey for you? I've been
You want to do Moisey?
I don't want to do Moisey.
Well, if everyone can just stay positive and love their lives through the Man City result, and then we've got a break.
Look both ways before crossing the road, and don't drink and drive because you spill your beer.
Oh dear God!
Ready, Adam?
Sweet child of mine. Cheers. I've got a joke for you. Do you want me to tell you my favourite ever joke?
Yeah, tell me your favourite ever joke.
I'm saying it in the microphone. Is it still recording?
Well, yeah, it's still recording. I don't cut anything off because sometimes I get stuff in that I can use afterwards. You know that.
Okay, this is my favourite joke. It's probably terrible and not allowed for the podcast. Okay, so little Jimmy gets home from school one day. He's a little bit early. He's looking for his parents, and he opens the bedroom door and sees that Jimmy's mum and dad are having sex.
Yeah,
little Jimmy.
I've heard this one.
How's it end then?
You're such a cabriolet. You know that?
How does it end then?
What? You're a cabriolet.
I don't know what that is.
Go ahead. Go on. Go
What's
for
a
it.
cabriolet?
Cabriolet.
What is that?
It's a fossilized lump of dinosaur poop.
Do you even know this joke?
No, I don't.
You said you knew it. Go on, tell me how it ends.
I don't know how it ends.
You said you knew it.
I don't know how
Go on
it
then,
ends.
tell me then. You've ruined my goddamn joke, so you may as
your
well
joke
finish
is
it.
terrible anyway. Tell your joke,
don't know
Adam.
it.
Tell your joke, Adam.
So you don't know it.
I don't know it.
Tosser.
Come on.
Anyway, arsehole, I'm going to start again now. So little Jimmy gets home from school early, walks in,
Cabriolet.
having sex. Stop ruining my joke or I won't tell it. I'm going to go home. So,
You already walked out one
little
day.
Jimmy is horrified. And his dad just looks at him, throws a pillow at him and says, clear off, Jimmy. Little Jimmy is gone. You know, parents finish up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, another day. Later on that night, they're looking around. They're like, where's little Jimmy?
Mm-hmm.
They ain't seen him for hours. So they're looking around the house. They're starting to get a bit concerned. He walks into his grandma's room. Little Jimmy is having sex with his grandma. His dad turns around and says...
This is a terrible joke.
Wait, his dad turns around and he says, Jimmy, what the hell are you doing? Little Jimmy turns around and said, yeah, not so funny when it's your mum.
Oh, God, that's awful. That's absolutely awful. Say goodnight, Adam.
Good night, Adam. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, Adam's gone now, so I can have my real partner in crime, which is Lily Hammer. Hello, Lily.
Hi. Don't forget to follow us on social media, like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram.
Who do you think's going to win between Manchester City and West Ham this weekend?
West Ham.
You think West Ham's going to win?
Yes.
What do you think the score's going to be?
3-2.
3-2. We're going to win 3-2. That one's for Ken.
Cheers.
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 Bubbles in the air, they fly and so high. Like my dreams, they fade and die. Legends always hiding. I looked everywhere. I forever like bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. I forever like bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. I forever like bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. They fly and so high. Like my dreams, they fade and die. Legends always hiding. I looked everywhere. I forever like bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. I forever like bubbles.